Hello, dear students. So, we are doing this chapter, The Age of Industrialization. We are into the fifth topic, and today I just thought to start the chapter with this beautiful picture that is given here. It's a photograph. किस चीज़ का photograph है ये? I have chosen this photograph to make you understand that how these buildings started becoming important during the time of the British industrial period, the industrialization that was happening, certain structures that were constructed. These structures were very important places which was taken care by the Indians only, but it was a very watchful condition for the British also. क्या कर रहे हैं, कैसे कर रहे हैं? They needed, उनको हर एक समय की पल पल की खबर चाहिए होती थी. So they looked upon these buildings that became very important during this. अभी देखो क्या building है ये. This is the first office of the Madras Chamber of Commerce. Now, please try to understand what is Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce is an organization, is a business organization where the merchants are the members of this organization. They are the ones who decide, like जैसे पुराने ज़माने में क्या होता था, there was a guild. Remember, we have talked about the guilds, which were the associations of the business people, of the merchants. Now 19th century was there, and now this was the period when the business people started forming their associations. Just see the Chamber of Commerce, because now what happened, they wanted to regulate the business, and they wanted to decide on collective concern, because now their enemy was one, and that was the British. एक एनिमी के खिलाफ इन सबको मिलके फाइट करना है. दे नीडेड टू फाइट विद दिस कॉमन एनिमी. फॉर दैट पर्पस this chamber of commerce was formed, and they regulated the business, decided on the issues of collective concern, the business and the prices of the goods and all these related to the business. Now we come back to the place where we have stopped yesterday. कल जहाँ पे हमने ख़त्म किया था, it was that the Indian industries saw a phase of boom. Boom means it was going a very high position during the First World War. First World War had started. Britishers were participating in the First World War, so they were very busy with this First World War. ठीक है, manufacturing the war goods, war front पे they have to participate, they have to make strategies so that they can perform well in the First World War. लेकिन उसके साथ ही they wanted a lot of goods that were to be produced during the war. काफी सारे सामान की जरूरत पड़ती है ना. when war is there, the resources, you need immense resources for participating in the war. So British mills were busy in the war production. Just see, it is mentioned here. तो मैनचेस्टर इंपोर्ट्स, मैनचेस्टर से जो गुड्स इंडिया आ रहा था, रिमेंबर द मैनचेस्टर कम्स टू इंडिया, वन ऑफ द टॉपिक्स वाज देयर. ओके, सो सडनली व्हाट हैपेंड, Indian mills got a vast market, because now the Indian markets were flourishing, and it was filled with Indian goods. Because Manchester, the goods that were coming to India, now it had stopped. Now they were busy providing goods and other services to the war industries. Indian factories, the Britishers they needed lot of goods, lot of resources, so they called upon to the Indian factories. क्या क्या सामान चाहिए था? Just see, it is mentioned here: jute bags, army uniforms, tents, leather boots, horse and mule saddles. We have already done it. So Now what happened that over the war years 1914 to 1918, try to understand that the Indian industries boomed, saw a very high pace. It was developing in a very high pace, speed up ho gaya. And Manchester goods that were coming to India, remember Manchester comes to India, it could never recapture its old position in the Indian market. So now you see that how the Indian industries and Indian business was flourishing, and the British business and British industries were going low. um, Participating in the war is never beneficial for any country. तो ये तो अभी सारे all the countries which have all the countries of the world in today's scenario, they try to avoid the war situation. जितना हो सकता है war avoid करते हैं. There is a cold war situation, मीडिया के थ्रू war होता है. They sit together, they talk, and there are hot discussions, but then war situations are always avoided. Most of the countries, थोड़ा सा भी जिनको बुद्धि है, little bit of I mean intelligence that the people have, that the countries have, they make it sure that they avoid the war situations. Got it, children? So now what happened? The old position in the Indian market, Manchester could never gain, and they were unable to modernize and compete with US, Germany, and Japan. The economy of Britain now crumbled after the war. War के बाद the British industries that were there all over the world, all over India, it collapsed. Cotton production collapsed, and export of cotton cloth from Britain, means Britain से जो सामान में जाता था बहुत. What happened? Many countries were not in very good relations with Britain, and थोड़ा jealousy भी हो जाती है. People were jealous, the countries were jealous that Britishers, where they used to go and do business, they established a monopoly. खाली हम ट्रेड करेंगे, कोई और ट्रेड नहीं करेगा. So the countries did not like it. That they said कि we don't deny that you take the profit, but then don't stop others' profit. Now that is also one of the major criterias of business. One person is doing business, that does not mean that you will spoil other person's business. Got it? So that was there. Now in colonies, what happened? Local industrialists, they started they consolidated their position, substituting because now foreign goods, I mean British goods, were not coming to India, and the Indian industrialists found it a very good time to capture the home market. All the market that was established by the British for their own benefit, now it was giving benefit to the Indians. Indians captured these markets. It was a very good time where they were able to establish themselves as industrialists. The Britishers have established the industries which were dominated with the machines. Now the time had come that the small scale industries, remember the weavers, remember the gomasthas. Gomasthas have totally spoiled and destroyed the Indian weavers market. So now they have got a time jab Indian weavers can again get back to their own form. Factory industries grew steadily. Matlab such industries where lot of factories were laid down. Large industries were there. They formed only a small segment of the country. Which large industries में lot of money investment is there, and Indians did not had that kind of a money that they invest in large industries. So what happened? That the industries which were manufacturing in a small scale, they dominated. And where were these industries located? It was located in Bengal and Bombay. And rest of the country, small scale production continued to predominate. So the big industries that were there, Britishers had only established it. It was situated and concentrated in and around Bengal and Bombay. and industrial, small portion of the total people. Just see, very small people of total industrial labor worked in registered factories. Registered means which was registered with the government. So very less people were there. Only 5% were there in 1911 and 10% in 1931. Means very less people were working in these industries. And the rest, where did they work? People were not unemployed. Na kahin pe to they were employed. So the people who were employed, they were employed in which industries? They were employed in small scale industries. Same time came back, small workshop and household units often located in alleys and by lanes. छोटी छोटी गलियां, ठीक है. Small alleys and by lanes are छोटी गलियां जहां पे these small scale industries were located, managed by the industrialists who were managed by the people at a household level where the whole family was involved in the manufacturing business. So now these were dominating. So some instances जैसे क्या था, handicraft production actually expanded in 20th century. Handmade products, and this is true in the case of handloom sector. Handloom, as you know, clothes that were manufactured by hand, that we have discussed. And cheap machine made thread wiped out the spinning industry in the 19th century. Machine से जो machine made threads that were there, the in the 19th century, weavers survived despite all these problems that were there, because the spinning industry that was there in the 19th century, वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम्स तो शुरू हो ही गई थी. लेकिन 20th सेंचुरी में व्हाट हैपेंड, हैंडलूम प्रोडक्शन एक्सपैंडेड. हाथ वाली जो मशीनें थी जिससे कि क्लोथ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वाज हैपनिंग, दैट इंक्रीज्ड अ लॉट, दैट एक्सपैंडेड, एंड ट्रेवलिंग बिटवीन 1900 टू 1940, ट्रेवलिंग 3 गुना. ओके. तो डबलिंग नहीं, it did not double, it trebled. Now handloom industries that had flourished and that managed to survive and that managed to increase the production, how did it happen? So because of the technological changes. Handicraft people, what did they do? They adopted a new technology. हाँ, नया जो मशीनें आ रही थी, they adopted the new technology because if that helps them improve production, तो without excessively pushing up, का बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे नहीं लग रहे हैं, with the new technological methodology, because you know a change law of the nature. Abhi, when changes are happening, if a person does not adjust according to the changes, it is likely that it is very difficult for survival. So these small scale industry people, these handloom industry people, they understood that the changes that were happening, they need to accept those changes. So they also adopted certain technological changes, and they improved the production. So by second decade of the 20th century, we find flying shuttle. Just see. Mechanical device used for weaving, moved by means of ropes and pulleys. It places the horizontal threads called weft into the vertical thread called warp, and the invention of the flying shuttle made it possible for weavers to operate large looms and weave wide piece of clothes. पहले यू नो क्लोथ का लेंथ होता है, एक तो होता है मीटर, got it, 1 meter, 2 meter, where you measure it in the length. But now what happened, that breadth also increased. पहले क्या होता था, छोटे छोटे कपड़े मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहे थे, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड लेंथ एंड ब्रेथ. So the invention of flying shuttle, what happened, made it possible for weavers to operate large looms and weave wide pieces of cloth. So please remember the meaning of these words that are here. and productivity increased per worker, and production improved. Labor demand was reduced. By 1941, what happened? 35% of handloom in India, jitna bhi handloom, as the word itself has the meaning, they were adopting the machines, but handloom industries were flourishing. In which places? Flying shuttle जैसे ही लग गया. Flying shuttle was incorporated in the handloom industries, and the production traveled कहाँ कहाँ पे? Travancore, Madras, Mysore, Cochin, Bengal, and the proportion was 70 to 80%. Means flying shuttle has really made them improve the production, and the demand was increasing from the Britain also. So ये तो एक था ही. Apart from that, there were several other innovations, small innovations were there, due to which मैं मतलब try to understand these small scale industries that were there. These people, they um, adopted, adapt करना पड़ता है ना, you have to adjust along with changes. So they adapted some of the changes. They implied some new technological methods in their industries. As a result, what happened? That the production was improved and compete with the mill sector. All these people who were adapting to the changes imply that they were using the machines in the industries, and doing the manufacturing with the use of these machines. तो क्या हुआ? The weavers, they were in a very better position, अच्छी condition हो गई इनकी, and they survived the competition with mill industries that were there. A lot of competition was there, but they were able to manage. And among weaver also, some of the weavers were producing coarse cloth, mota kapda, while others were weaving fine varieties. क्या होता है? Again, I'm telling you, I have told it in the previous videos also, that machine made goods are of finer quality. ऐसा नहीं है कि हैंडमेड गुड्स आर नॉट ऑफ फाइन क्वालिटी, बट हैंडमेड गुड्स, इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर द हैंडमेड गुड्स टू कॉम्पीट विद द मशीन मेड गुड्स. ओके, so the coarser cloth was bought by the poor, and its demand fluctuated violently. कभी डिमांड ज़्यादा हो जाता था. पुअर पीपल आर ऑल्सो नॉट हैविंग मच मनी, एंड मोटा वाला कपड़ा भी है, अगर इवन इफ दे हैव टू बाय दैट, दे नीड टू हैव प्रॉपर मनी फॉर दैट. तो पुअर पीपल में क्या था? पुअर पीजेंट्स, गरीब किसान, they are buying the coarse cloth, and all the fine quality cloth is going to the middle class and the upper class people. So the rural poor people, they had very little to eat, and their cash income disappeared. They could not possibly buy cloth. Rural people, the rural poor, the people who are living in the village areas. So the demand for finer varieties was with the well-to-do was more established. Good quality cloth. Poor people are buying the coarse cloth, and good quality was to be bought by the rich. The rich could buy these even when the poor starved. Famine was there ना, बार बार सूखा पड़ रहा था. A lot of famine people have witnessed during this time. खाने को ही पैसे नहीं हैं, कपड़े कहाँ से खरीदेंगे? First they need to survive. So their survival point was food, and they did not get proper food to eat. So famines did not affect the sale of Banarsi or Baluchari sarees. साड़ीज दैट वेयर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. देखो कितने पुराने समय से साड़ियों का कारोबार हो रहा है. राइट नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द ब्रिटिश इंडस्ट्रीज. वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द फाइन क्वालिटी क्लोथ्स दैट वेयर मैन्युफैक्चर्ड इन द बायलेन्स एंड द एलीज. लेकिन द गुड क्वालिटी बनारसी, देखो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बनारसी, and Baluchari sarees from the Odisha region. So mills could not imitate the specialized weaves. जितना भी मशीनों से बना लो, but I told you that handmade goods were always preferred. Handmade sarees were of very fine quality. So mills could not imitate. कपड़े बना रहे थे लेकिन द मिल प्रोडक्शन दैट वाज देयर इट could not compete with the handmade goods. The handloom से जो बन रहा था, the things that were manufactured through handloom, they could not imitate that. Okay. So saris with woven borders or the famous lungis and handkerchief of Madras could not be easily displaced by mill production. जितना भी मिल प्रोडक्शन increased, but small scale industries flourished. Small scale industries managed to maintain their quality, and the mill made goods and the mill made clothes could not compete with these handmade goods. So weavers were there, other craftspeople were there. They continued to expand their production. Gradually and slowly, the weavers who have lost their jobs and who have left the weaving business and they have joined some other business, now they thought that this is the right time to come back to their own business through the 20th century. So it increased. Weavers and other craftspeople continue to expand production, लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा they could not prosper. Of course, the mill made goods were not in demand the way handmade goods were there. Still, the weavers were facing living hard lives, worked long hours, and as you all know that the mill production that was happening, try to understand that the whole family was involved. शुरू से था. All this production that was happening, इसमें women and children were also involved in these production. And various stages were there for the production of goods, and they were not simply remnants of past times. In the age of factories, their life and labor was integral to the process of industrialization. All this industrialization that was happening, it was integral to the lives of the workers and the manufacturers who were there. Factories were there, manufacturing was being happening, लेकिन process of industrialization जितना भी था, life of the workers and the labor was integral to the process of industrialization. Just see, the map is given here and the explanation is also here. The circles indicate the size of industries in different region. Location पहले तो where the large scale industries were located. First thing you need to understand this. And the big circles that are there, it is indicating the size of industries in different region. So Bengal mein and Bombay mein you can see big industries were there, so big circles are there. Next big circle is in Madras, and then Punjab mein bhi thoda central provinces, Bihar, everywhere manufacturing was happening, but the best quality, matlab maximum manufacturing was and Bombay. Now children, the goods that were being manufactured, I'm again just explaining it children. I think there is craftspeople who were expanding the production in the 20th century. They did not prosper very well. ये देखो यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. अभी भी they were living hard lives, worked long hours, and in the household all the women and children were also involved in the production. Various stages of production process. पहले धागा बनाना है, फिर वीविंग करना है, फिर उसमें जरी का काम करना है, अगर प्रिंटिंग है तो प्रिंटिंग वर्क बी डन, एंड देन पॉलिशिंग एंड एवरीथिंग दैट इज देयर, लॉट ऑफ वर्क. तो दे वेर नॉट सिंपली रेमिनेंट्स ऑफ पास्ट टाइम्स इन द एज ऑफ फैक्ट्री, देयर लाइफ एंड रेमिनेंट्स मतलब बचे खुचे नहीं थे. एज ऑफ फैक्ट्री में खाली ऐसा नहीं था कि दे वेर द वंस हु वेर जस्ट मैनेजिंग टू सर्वाइव, लाइफ and labor was integral to the process. On one side industrialization was happening, on the other side they were managing their lives in their own manners. That is what is mentioned here. Now children, this is the next topic. Now we have come to the last topic of this chapter, market for goods. All the goods that were being manufactured, um, कहीं तो ले जाके उसको बेचना है, somewhere it needs to be sold. So we see that the British manufacturers attempted to take over the Indian market. You know it very well. And Indian craftsmen, all the people who were doing weaving business, craftspeople, traders, industrialists, all these people, they resisted the colonial controls. सारा कुछ अपने हाथ में रखते थे. British, although they flourished, they had set up the industries here, but lot of control they kept on the Indian manufacturers, and they demanded tariff protection, the same, the duties that were imposed on the Indian goods, that is tariff. कि यहाँ से सामान बाहर ले जा रहे हैं तो दे हैव टू गिव लॉट ऑफ मनी. बाहर से सामान अगर अंदर आ रहा है, आई मीन इन इंडिया इफ इट इज कमिंग, देन ऑल्सो दे हैव टू पे मनी. तो दे ट्राई टू, दे क्रिएटेड देयर ओन स्पेसेस अपनी तरह से. दे ट्राई टू एस्टैब्लिश द बिजनेस इन देयर ओन मैनर and try to extend the market for their production, for their produce. All these things they were doing, but they were not being very successful. So when what happened, new products are produced, people have to be persuaded to buy them. Initially, when the production is happening, तो people don't get buyers. खरीदने वाला ही कोई नहीं मिलता है. So they have to feel like using the product. How was this done? इसका क्या इस्तेमाल करना है? And how it would be utilized? ये सारी चीजें it just keeps on going in the minds of the people. तो manufactured goods to be bought by the people. किस तरह से ये खरीदा जाएगा? That was another business tactics that the Britishers have found. So what happened? New consumers are created is through advertisements. ये जो आज इतने सारे एडवर्टीजमेंट्स आप देखते हो ना, द big actor and actresses participating, endorsing certain products. So a lot of money they make through advertisements, but the process where it has started, it was by the Britishers. Got it? And advertisements make products appear desirable, necessary. ऐसा लगता है ना इसके बिना तो चलेगा ही नहीं. If we don't use the Ariel washing powder, तो हमारे कपड़े तो साफ ही नहीं होंगे. Okay, so they try to shape the minds of people and create new needs. They make the people feel कि इसके बिना तो they make them understand that production is very difficult, या survival is very difficult without using these products. So advertisements आज in today's world, just see it is mentioned here, we live in a world where advertisements surround us. Newspaper, magazines, hoardings, street walls, television screens, everywhere advertisements are there. लेकिन if we look back into the history, अगर पीछे देखें तो we will find that from the very beginning, industrial age, since the time it has started, advertisements played a very important part. All these products that have been there in the market, and new consumer culture, how people will be using these products, who will be the buyers, एंड एट व्हाट कॉस्ट? कॉस्ट मतलब बायर्स के हिसाब से कॉस्ट डिसाइड होता था। ओ बहुत ज्यादा डिमांड है, ज्यादा पैसे रखो इसके। हाँ, लेस डिमांड तो बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन, तो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वाज हैपनिंग ऑन अ वेरी लार्ज स्केल। सो मेनी पीपल आर देयर हु वांट टू बाय द प्रोडक्ट्स। तो इनिशियली तो दे यूज टू इंक्रीज द गुड द प्राइस। बाद में थे कि ज़्यादा हो गए हैं तो फिर प्राइस दे ब्रॉट लो। तो मैनचेस्टर इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट दे बिगैन सेलिंग इंडिया एंड they put labels on the cloth bundles. The label was needed to make the place of manufacture and name of the company. Everything should be known to the people, na? And label was also today's time. So labels are very important. Every detail is mentioned there, the date of manufacture, the expiry, and because कहीं ऐसा नहीं हो भूल से गलत प्रोडक्ट खरीद लें, and expiry products we buy, it is very harmful for the health. So when buyers saw that made in Manchester written in bold, they expected to feel confident about buying the cloth. You go to buy a product and you say, see that some international stamp is there, so you feel very nice. हाँ, manufactured in London, क्या बात है, अच्छी चीज होगी. So now when they saw that it is written in bold that made in Manchester, people used to feel very confident कि if it is manufactured in Manchester तो अच्छा सामान होगा ही होगा. So that is how the products were advertised and distributed here. So we'll be completing the chapter in the next video, children. Till then, just keep watching, and then we will be starting the new chapter. Thank you, children, and all the best to you.